Okay, it's Mike from here from Aberdeen Student Radio. I'm here with the cast, Luke Treadaway and Natalia Tena. Amazing names. I wish I had something kind of epically fantastic like that. It's really cool. So we're going to be talking about the film that you currently starred in. That was you did last year in Teen the Park. I mean, as films made, I mean, you had to put a lot of preparation into this, and it was a long days. I mean, you had like 13 to 18-hour days. So I mean, did you have like special foods like that to keep you going? I mean, I know you're handcuffed together. How was that as the first experience, like handcuffed together? Did you stay together?
It's fine. I think humans are quite naturally good at handcuffing.
Yeah.
And the first day was a bit weird when we first met at the screen test. We had plastic ones, and they were terrible because we broke them. So we had to have proper metal ones, and we got used to it quite quickly.
Yeah. We had 3 weeks of rehearsal to kind of try and work on the script, and obviously you had 2 fictional bands to create songs for and rehearse to play these gigs at the festival. So we'd be doing that in the evenings in the recording studio and then rehearsing in the daytime to rehearse the scenes. When we got up to the festival, going back to your first question, we ate a lot of high energy foods, lots of carbohydrates, and pushed through.
Drank loads and loads of Red Bull and loads of chocolate.
I did that this year.
But the thing is, all it did was make you crash. Like, because obviously there's so much energy, and then after a while, be like, oh, I feel terrible, no, I need more. So that was a bit of a problem.
How did it actually feel? Because you actually had to go on stage and perform in front of all those people.
We didn't really perform in front of everyone. No? We only performed on Thursday because everyone was getting there.
On Thursday.
So we did it, because of course, like Teen the Park would never let people screw up their lineup. Obviously, you have to do it when there's the least amount of people. So we did it then.
We also had to, both the 2 gigs that Natalia's band plays in the film and my band played in the film. There was quite a lot of kind of action and narrative loopholes to go through during the set. So we needed about 5 hours to film each scene to kind of do lots of different angles and things. So it would have been a little bit confusing for people who had paid all their money to come to the festival to have held things up for 5 hours. So yeah, we filmed them the day before, but still just the chance to play on those massive stages was pretty amazing.
Did you manage to get any part of the festival experience yourselves? Manage to get a little bit of a sneak away at all?
Well, we danced in a few of the tents at night when we were doing those scenes.
Yeah.
We had it a bit.
We went into the dance tent and did some but it was so kind of. It was tantalising the whole time because you'd be walking from one side of the site to the other to do another scene, and Muse would be playing or something, and you just want to sort of sit and watch, and then you'd go into the dance tent and start raving it up, and they're filming, and then they'd say, right, 20 minutes is up, we've got what we need, and now you've got to come to the next location. So it was all quite sort of tantalisingly close to having but the experience that we had at the festival was so sort of unique and so incredible that I think I can go to festivals every summer for the rest of my life. I mean, but never will I make a film at one again in 4.5 days.
That is quite a tight schedule. Is there any bands that actually stood out at all while you were there? I know you mentioned Muse.
I liked Faithless in a Kilt. He looked hot.
Yeah.
Who else did we see?
Was pretty hot.
I can't remember, man. I more than that, we heard a lot of DJs because we were in a lot of places running around. So I liked that. I can't remember who. It was just that we were running around. It wasn't like actually being able to watch stuff.
I do remember. I think I had literally 20 minutes at one point while they were filming something else. I had 20 minutes in 4.5 days that I had off, and I ran to the side of the main stage to see whoever was playing, and it was Biffy Clyro playing, and it was amazing seeing them do. Is it Mountain?
Yeah.
Seeing them do that with the kind of the crowd, it's a great song, but seeing the audience for that, and yeah, that was pretty special. That was a good moment.
Okay, hard that question now. Okay, if you were going to do it again, would you have comfortable handcuffs, or would you have just the hardcore metal?
They aren't uncomfortable. That's the thing. They were fine.
They were okay, surprisingly.
They were fun. We had a thing underneath, a
wristband.
A wristband, but definitely need metal ones.
You do. They'd break otherwise.
They'd break.
And also, I think I don't know. It's amazing how quickly we adapted to sort of moving our shared limb. And after 3 weeks of rehearsals, we were so sort of lucid with it that David Mackenzie, the director, had to keep reminding us that in the story these characters have only been handcuffed for 20 minutes or an hour or a day, and they're not so used to it. So he'd kind of keep asking us to be less lucid with it, But no, I think I'd always stick with the steels.
Ah, that's interesting. Okay, really hard question now. Okay, if you could do your Teen the Park or a festival, who would make your favourite lineup?
Shit, man. You know what? I really would love to have seen Amy Winehouse, even though like that was such a tragic moment when she died. I dedicated a song to her that night when I played, so I would have liked to have seen her before she died. Gogo Bordello, smashing it. I went to see Romania versus Serbia, this Balkan brass battle in Coco. So I'd have them. I'd have Buena Vista Social Club, and then I'd have just loads of dirty gyp step DJs.
That's quite a festival.
That is.
I mean, I have to think of more. It'll happen. Oh, Caravan Palace, I love. Django Reinhardt, I mean, he's dead. I mean, but I like him anyway.
I don't know. I mean, you want to know my festival ideal festival lineup?
Yeah, anything that comes to mind.
Radiohead would be playing for sure. A friend of mine, band called Tribes, they'd be playing. I don't know, man. Like
Gentle Mystics as well. They're really good.
My ideal festival, it would just be all my favourite bands, but I wouldn't have even had to buy a ticket or think about it at all. So they'd just be playing.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even know what was coming on next.
Fair enough.
And loads of people that I don't know that I've yet to discover. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, it's a
like someone
thing,
else,
isn't it?
like maybe someone else that's organised a festival, like you said, someone for like a mate, and they know your stuff, and I know who I'd have as a DJ. Truthix, he's a banging DJ, and Stenchman and Major Lazer, definitely.
That's quite a cocktail, potent one as well. I don't know if you'd need to stir, maybe just shake it.
Just down it.
Yeah, just down it. Yeah, maybe put a blindfold on first. Hang upside down. Okay. Did you manage to do any? Were you living in caravans or were you in tents?
Tents.
Was it the tent? So you had all the tent magic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Of all rolling about and kind of picking up tents and dip down pitching tents and stuff like that.
No, someone else pitched them for us, I think, didn't they? When we got there, the pitch was lovely because I'm fucking useless. I don't know how chaos, especially those new ones. You know, those new tents that are like
flip up.
Mate, trying to get them down is one of the funniest things in the world. It's impossible, and usually on the third day of festival you're not exactly sober and healthy, so trying to do that is brilliant.
Cock and
that's
balls.
when you turn them into kites.
That's what you have to do. You have to make a little cock and balls and then fold it up. That's
Have you done that?
Yeah.
That's wicked.
I managed to do that at Teen Park this year, so we got up to loads of antics and weird and wonderful stuff.
I'm going to remember that. I'm going to tell my guitarist that.
Okay, so what type of music are you listening at the moment to?
God, all sorts. I mean, such a range.
Because it seems to be kind of like worse than Navel as the shopping cart at the moment. It's like all over the place, So, is there anything specific you listen to?
Lots. Broken Bells, Yeasayer, Radiohead, The National, Black Keys, Tribes. I don't know, a lot of stuff. Old hip hop.
Yeah, old hip hop. I've got more compilation stuff on my iPod that people have made me compilation CDs. So most of the time I don't know what I'm listening to, I just love it.
That's the best way.
Yeah, shove it on and just shuffle and go.
Yeah, that's a really good way. If you were going to recommend like a friend to go to a festival, what 5 items between you would you recommend they took?
One each.
Okay, loo roll.
Hand sanitizer.
Wet wipes.
I can't say what I was about to say.
Just say it, so it's okay.
Yeah, okay, condoms, good idea.
And oh my god, you just reminded me. I forgot with condoms what I was about to say. Can't.
Do you want me to remind you?
Massive cartons of wine. They never serve wine, boxes of wine, because they're not glass, and they never serve wine at festivals. They've always got beer, rum, cider. You know what I mean? But wine, when you want your nice meal with cheese before you go out.
Can I get rid of hand sanitizer and say glitter instead?
Yeah, glitter.
You've got to get so much glitter on you at a festival that I still want to be finding it in between my toes 3 weeks later.
Well, and Keisha did actually say when she was on the stage this year that she actually stopped through a set and said, I didn't have enough on my titties in front of like the whole crowd, and everyone was just like,
I've had that thought before.
Yay!
But I didn't say it on the stage. So.
Just shove it on, man.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Is there anything you'd like to talk about in the film? Anything that you experienced that was kind of weird and wonderful, or which direction are you taking with films now?
Whatever happens, man. I mean, and maybe if you're really, really big, you get to choose lots of different films. But really, I think as an actor, when a job comes along that you like, you do it. That's it. Money, and the chance to do something different.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's sort of things that we're both about to go and do. Natalia's about to go and do the second series of Game of Thrones. I'm about to go do a film out in America, and yeah, so I think it's good, looking good. Both going to be busy, hopefully, and people will hopefully go and watch the film and enjoy it, and you know, remember what it was like being at the festival. If you went to it last year, then chances are you're going to see yourself somewhere along the way, and. Whoever the girl is who was wearing the Wonder Woman outfit doing the cartwheel, who's in the trailer, you must know yourself by now. Then you should definitely go because you've got to it.
Yeah, I did see quite a few random stuff this year. I think it was just the most funniest thing was a naked man in the Portaloo and then a woman opening. Yeah. It's just like, you know, early in the morning. Epic.
I saw a guy pissing on a Mr. Whippy van in the middle of the main arena when we were walking past. I thought, do you know what? That's not right. I mean, that's an ice cream van. That's a symbol of childhood and innocence, and you're pissing on it. And really, mate, if that had been my ice cream van, I'd have turned around and thrown every flake I owned at him.
Specifically flakes.
Yeah.
Or cold ice cream would have been better, man. Actually, just lumps and stuff.
Yeah.
Fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
So just go quickly talk about your recent projects. I mean, I know you're doing Game of Thrones and you were in Harry Potter. So I mean, what you've done is quite amazingly epic. It's like, where to start? It's like, it's a decent menu. So with Game of Thrones, I mean, it's really epic in the sense. Have you read the books?
Yeah. I started reading them when the last day of filming the first series, and it was winter, and then I went on Christmas Day, because I'm an avid atheist, flew to Brazil for a tour, and I took all of the books with me, and I read all of them. And I was in the most beautiful scenery in the world that I've ever been to, and I was like, yeah, wicked, I'm reading about death and incest, yeah, whatever, they're great.
Yeah, I know my flatmates just like banging on about them, saying how they were amazing and stuff like this. So I mean, I really enjoyed like the first series, but do you think it follows the book true, or? No,
obviously there's bits like interpretation, man. They've got to take bits out. They've got to add other bits in. They've carried on a few characters that aren't really in the books, but they have, and I think it's good, man. I really like the way they've adapted it.
Awesome stuff. About your recent projects?
Well, Attack the Block came out a month ago.
That was really good. I enjoyed that.
So good
stuff. And that's if anyone hasn't seen it, it's out on DVD.
Go and get it immediately.
So that was really fun, and that was good to see that going down well. So yeah, that was good.
Awesome stuff. Okay, one last quick question, as I don't know, we might have to do a Mexican shuffle in a second or whatever. It's like a timeshare at the moment. If you could choose a summer song between you, what would you class as like a summer song that related to last year that actually was like a summer song?
Oh, that was actually released last year?
Yeah, that you kind of say, yes, we did that with that.
Okay.
With what you did.
Last year, I can't remember, man. I can't remember last year. What happened last year?
I don't know. What? God.
That's such a hard question, man.
What big songs came out then last summer?
Tell me some songs that you think.
God, that's a hard question.
See? I don't know, man. I can't think like that.
I mean, a good one that sticks to my mind.
The thing is, most of the summer I was at festivals.
Heavy Cross and stuff like that, you know, towards, and then you got the Editors.
The XX, I was listening to a lot of the XX last summer. But I don't know if that was a year behind, that might have been out a year before then, I don't know.
Well, any song that comes to mind that you think of summer.
When I think of summer?
Yeah.
It's not very summery, is it?
Rudy,
the XX?
A message to you, Rudy. That. Or like, Murder, She Wrote, like some dirty rag guitar.
Sure, yeah. That's pretty summer. That's barbecue smoke. That's cans of Red Stripe. That's grinding in the street party. Yeah, man. Let's have that. Let's have Murder, She Wrote.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.